Awesome. I started recording. So welcome, ladies. Thank you for joining our Girl Code session tonight. We definitely do love doing this session, collaborating with other women that we... collaborating with all other women is definitely something I do love about this business, and another reason why this is one of my favourite calls to do. So how it's going to work, just going to make it a little bit interactive to begin with, get you guys thinking about a few things. Then I'm going to shoot over to Zoe, who's going to explain about our complete detox, cleanse and nourish program, which is the Foxy part of our Girl Code. And then I'm going to explain about a little lifestyle opportunity that is wrapped around it as well. So I've got some of our team members on tonight as well, who are going to be sharing a couple of stories about their results that they've got from the program and also from the business too. So we will kick this off. So I'm just going to share my screen. I've got a little presentation to be able to go through. Cool. And we haven't used Zoom before. There's a little chat box down the bottom. So if you've got any questions, please write them in there and we can answer them as we go along, or we can answer them at the end as well. We'll make everyone come off mute afterwards as well. So you are on mute, so don't stress if you've got noise in the background and stuff like that. Cool. So what we like to do first is get everybody thinking about things that they are looking, wanting more of and less of in their lives, okay? So you might be thinking in your career, your job, your lifestyle. So I want you guys to write in the chat box, what are some things that we want as women, or just as general people, we want less of in our lives? What are some of the things that are really grinding our gears, really annoying us, things that you might go to bed at night time and think, oh, that's really crap about, my life, or just stuff that, you want less of as well. So put them in the chat. Sorry, just grab this. Awesome. So Zoe said less job hours. Yeah, being told when to go to work. Absolutely. That's definitely one that people don't like. Good one. Less negative people at work. Yeah, we get this one a lot. And isn't it true that it is true that the people that you hang around with are the people that you're going to become more alike? And it just happens that, a lot of people in corporate world, obviously they spend so much time at work, and it just happens. You become like the people at work. And, that does become really depressing as well. So that's, definitely negative people. Being told when to take annual leave. Yep, great one, Nadine. That was my biggest pet hate about corporate world, is that A, only got 4 weeks, and B, I was basically told when I could have leave and when I couldn't. I was a manager, so I had to manage everyone's leave as well, and I always took the short straw too. So absolutely. Lazy people at work. Yep, absolutely. I think that people that are positive and usually more successful people are the ones that take on all the work sometimes, and then other people just potter away and you're working your butt off but getting the same recognition as well. Absolutely. I didn't love being told what I was worth per hour. I really didn't love that. I look back at it and I think I was on a salary, so I was told what I was worth per hour. And that was just something that I didn't like about corporate world, and not enough money at the end of the month is something else Nadine's put there. Absolutely. So not enough money. Most of us are capped at our jobs. We're on a salary, so it doesn't matter how many hours you work, you're still going to get the same, or there's only so many hours in a day that you can work if you're paid per hour. So absolutely, there's some really great ones there, guys. So let's take our negative thoughts elsewhere and put our positive pants back on, and think about the things that we want more of. So I love thinking about this. If you got to design your day from when you woke up in the morning to when your head hit the pillow, what do we want more of in our lives? Where do we want to be working? Who do we want to be doing it with? What do we want to be doing? More holidays on a beach with a cocktail. Very specific there, Nadine. I love it. Absolutely. We attract massive travel bugs to this business because you get to do it wherever you want. And people love traveling, love the experiences, just the relaxing atmosphere I think that holidays have as well. More family times one on there. Absolutely. This is the reason why I saw this as an opportunity, the business part of it, that I could actually do this around my kids and spend more time with my kids. We've got on there as well, people are looking for more me time. I think that's a massive one, especially for women. I think that we try and take on so much. Busy, work, lives at home. It's really hard to have that moment to ourselves, and sometimes we do lose ourselves. And I speak to lots of women about, them not having time to be able to do things that they love. So that's, a really big one as well. We've got more money. People are after more money, absolutely. And I think, some people hate talking about that, like hate saying, I just want to earn lots of money, because they think it's all about, the flashy stuff. But it's more so about, definitely to me, it's more so about what money can do for me and my family. It's the freedom that it can actually give me. So, I'm not scared to say that, I do like money, because the experiences and the freedom that it can give me as well. Awesome. Okay, cool. There's some really cool things. So keep them in mind. So as we go through tonight, the program and then the business, just keep those things in mind about what you are not loving in life and what you do want in life. And are you making changes in your life to be able to get to where you want to go? Or are you just plodding away and hoping that, one day you'll get to where you want to be? Or do you have that mapped out? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pass over to Zoe. I'm just going to make her the host so she can... She's like frozen. Are you there, Zoe? Nope. Hang on, we'll just unmute her. She might... Sorry guys, just give me 2 secs.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, I can hear you now. You're like frozen. Yeah, not frozen now.
Am I not frozen?
No, you're not frozen now. You're good now.
Yeah. All right, awesome. I'll just share my screen.
Awesome.
Probably good to not be dancing around, so we'll look at the presentation instead. All right, so I'm going to be telling you guys a little bit about our program that myself and my partner John created, and also about the products that we use within it and how, because this is sort of what our business actually wraps around and how we actually create our business. So the program is really the core of it, and it's the Complete Detox Cleanse Nourish, and we put it together a couple of years ago now, and it was really in response to what was going on in the market at the time. So there was a lot of sort of fad diets and juice cleanses, and even now there's a lot of juice cleanses still going on, and things like your shake diets and lemon detoxes and all sorts of things that might be getting people, great short-term results, but they weren't actually sustainable, and they weren't teaching any, sort of life skills to actually, learn how to nourish your body and, maintain those results that you were getting from the initial program. So we really wanted to create something that was going to get people the short-term results, but also, educate how to actually eat for the long term. And we didn't want any of our clients to feel like they were deprived or bored. I'm very passionate about proving that, clean eating doesn't actually have to be boring or bland. So we really wanted to make sure that everything was going to taste delicious, but still, provide lots of nutrients for our clients so that they were going to get great results from it, from a health point of view and also from a fat loss point of view as well. So we then released a vegan version of the program, sort of almost, we have its birthday next month, I think, actually. So we put that together because we saw a sort of niche in the market that was growing again for a more plant-based diet. I had also gone more plant-based myself about 2 years ago, and it had a really big positive impact on my health personally, and I'd seen this in some other people as well. So we wanted to have both programs there so our clients could pick and choose, which one they felt was going to work better for them, and give them that option to try 2 different ways of eating. It's not about sort of saying that one sort of approach is the perfect thing for everyone, but, providing different kind of options that way as well. So we worked really closely with a good friend of ours and my personal trainer, George Saragas, who's got his advanced nutritional science certification. So he was the dude that basically made sure all of my recipes were really sort of nutritionally sound, and helped us put together the meal plans, and basically just made sure everything was on point as far as actually maintaining people's health and, optimizing it, and also getting them really great fat loss results too. So he's got a background in, everything from sort of being a professional sprinter to, training figure competitors. So he really does understand, how the body works, and, how nutrition can really play a very big role in actually shaping it. And then, as I mentioned, I'm very passionate about, proving that healthy eating doesn't have to be really boring, and it can actually taste amazing. So I've got my own healthy recipe blog at zomp.com.au, and I worked with George very closely to make sure that all of our recipes were really tasty, super easy to put together, so they weren't going to take you hours, in the evening after a long day at work. I put them all together when I was working full-time and building this business, so it was definitely about sort of, simplicity and speed at that same time. And also just making sure that, like I said, there wasn't any kind of feeling of restriction through the program. So whilst we do have different phases, which I'll touch on shortly, we really wanted to make sure that the program was going to make our clients feel like they were eating a really wide variety of food and, feeling satisfied, and not like they were sort of craving for all sorts of sort of junk foods and things. So we are a pretty unique little program. We have, a whole sort of approach, I think, which is definitely unique in the market, in our sort of strategy around, getting those short-term results and also being able to maintain them. So let's sort of touch on how we kind of do this. So we start with our 3-day detox phase, and this is where we are actually really kickstarting and giving our clients a nice kind of clean slate to get started and to get really good results from the rest of the program in long term. And it's not about, getting our body to detox, because we detox every single day, but it's just helping our body through that process, giving it a bit of encouragement and supporting all the pathways that are required to detoxify your body, because we're under a lot more stress and a lot of toxic stress, from pollution, from foods that we eat, even just from like mental and emotional stress can put a lot of sort of toxicity into your body as well. So it's just about really sort of supporting that and helping your body get through those, phases more efficiently. So we do this with lots of fresh fruits and veggies, particularly obviously your leafy greens. We have a lovely green smoothie in there, and it's all about your sort of fruits and vegetables at this part. And this is the most restrictive part of the program, but it's only 3 days, and it's really, you're unlimited in what you can sort of eat from the list that we provide. So it's not about, again, feeling like you're starving yourself or having to go like on a liquid diet or anything like that. So you still actually get to eat real food, which is nice. And then we hit the 7-day cleanse. So this is a really important part of the program, because we actually introduced amino acids at this point. So we do this through the fresh fruits and veggies. We do this by adding to the fresh fruits and veggies your protein sources, which have your amino acids. So your amino acids are actually responsible for activating the 3rd phase of detoxification in your body and allowing those pathways to actually function properly. So this is where we were really frustrated frustrated with a lot of the original kind of detox programs on the markets because they weren't providing this support. And they were taking your body through steps 1 to 2, but then leaving you kind of stranded on phase 3, and you weren't actually able to complete that full detoxification pathway. So if, like me, you have done a juice detox or some other kind of supplemental shake diet or something like that, then if you've been through that detoxification process, it can be very harsh because your body is not actually supported properly. So we're often sort of overactive in the first and second phase, and then in the third phase, we're generally a bit sluggish. So it's even more important to actually get those amino acids in at the right time and make sure that we're, supporting that final phase. So the other nice thing about this phase is that we start to introduce, those proteins and more sort of regular eating. We start to have some delicious smoothies in there as well. And it's really just easing our clients back into a healthy, sort of balanced diet. And this gets them ready for the 14-day Nourish. So the Nourish phase is my absolute favorite part of it. We start to introduce a whole lot of there's some raw treats. You've got all your kind of lifestyle meals there, pancakes, delicious smoothies again. We've got an amazing plant-based shake, which I'll touch on shortly, that we use in the program as well. And again, like, everything is super easy and quick to prepare. You can prepare stuff ahead. If you want to modify it a little bit, we can help you do that as well. So it's quite flexible in that sense. And this is what's really kind of setting you up to eat for the long term. So you don't have to kind of worry about what you're going to do after the program, because you've got 2 weeks here where you're going to learn what you can actually eat, different recipe ideas, and just some sort of rules around, actually eating a nourishing diet. So we obviously start with doing that little detox phase at the beginning, which is obviously really important to support all 3 phases there. The other great thing about keeping whole food in here and not just using like juices is because we actually keep the fiber in there, which is really important for your digestion and your gut health. So gut health is really, really important, guys. If you have not had gut health issues or, sort of experienced that, I mean, most people have had a stomach ache or gastro or something like that, but it's really quite debilitating on your body. So if you've had that on a long-term daily basis, it can affect your mental health. It can affect all sorts of things like your food absorption. So you can end up with nutrient deficiencies, which can throw your hormones out. And there's a whole lot of sort of complicated, systems in place, and everything really links into that gut health. So it's really, really important. And the last thing you want to go doing is actually stripping out all of your good bacteria. So super important to keep the fiber in there. The other thing this helps us do is quit our cravings. So, getting rid of the sugar, gluten, dairy, and coffee, caffeine cravings. We do give up coffee. It's not impossible to do for the 24 days. And post-program, we definitely, advocate it in moderation. So I'm a coffee lover. I would never tell anyone not to drink their coffee. We also, one of the products that we use in the program is our amazing whole food fruit, veg, and berry blend capsules. So these are clinically research backed. I've actually got a pile of research literally on the table behind me, actually. And the great thing about them is that, because we're really supporting our clients' cellular health and, getting your mitochondria working properly, getting everything sort of firing on an optimal level, our clients actually get the great results from it, and they get better results when they're taking these capsules, and it really helps to kickstart that fat loss. So they're not a fat loss supplement, but when your body is healthy and nourished and working on a, really, really good level, so it's optimized from that sort of nutrition, your body is going to be able to actually burn fat and kind of focus more on that because everything else is taken care of now. So obviously fat loss is not like a, essential thing for your body to focus on. So if you've got systemic inflammation going on, your body's not going to care about, being a little bit overweight. It's going to focus on that inflammation. So it helps you support your nutrition. It's amazing because even though the program is full of fruits and veggies, it's still really hard to get a whole lot of fruits and veggies in every day, and to do that consistently all the time, and make sure that you're actually getting a wide variety in. Are you eating it raw? Are you eating it organic? Are you eating, like 30 plus different types of fruits and veggies every day? It's really, really difficult. So, even like on a plant-based diet like myself, it can be very hard to actually, sort of maintain that kind of consistency all the time. And then, as I said, like my favorite part of the program is that we're really giving people, you know, the food knowledge for life. So showing them how they can eat, you know, all their favorite foods without feeling like they're restricted, but also still getting lots of good, nourishing, you know, ingredients in there. So, you know, we make pancakes in a special way so that they still taste great, but you're not sort of getting in just the super processed wheat flour and sugar and milk. So just some of the client results that we've had thousands of clients do the program, you know, over the last couple of years, both through, you know, Australia, through Europe and around the world. So this is just a very small handful, but, you know, obviously fat loss is one of the major kind of results that the majority of our clients will get. And, you know, if you don't want to lose fat, we can definitely help you again with sort of modifying the program to make sure that you get enough calories in there so that you're not sort of dropping any body fat that you don't want to. But, you know, as I said, the program, you know, wasn't designed originally as a fat loss program, but one of the side effects, obviously, of nourishing your body and eating a clean diet and eating lots of whole foods is that your body is going to naturally drop fat without having to do all the calorie counting or, you know, the sort of meal restrictions or eating like 5 to 6 times a day or anything like that. So you can see, you know, reducing the bloating and improving that gut health is a really big one. Jacqueline had amazing results over the 24 days. And another thing about the capsules, which I absolutely love, is that the fruits and veggies and berries are really good for your cellular health, for your skin as well. So, you know, they do a really good, you know, result there. And we also use them, actually, we show our clients how you can actually make a face mask out of them too. And Lauren, I have to say, one night we're going to have to do face masks on these events.
Yeah.
Because I want everyone sitting here with 30 minutes on a face mask.
Yeah,
Just feel like you can multitask it. And then they're also very good for the guys as well. You know, there's nothing in the program which says guys can't do it. So, you know, for any ladies out there who want to get their man looking good too, Stephen's a great example here, you know, just really leaning up through that, you know, the abs and arms as well. So there are 2 options with our program. There is Essential Detox and the Premium. So the Essential has our fruit and veg capsules. It's got our delicious plant-based smoothies in chocolate and vanilla. And then you've obviously got access to either or both of the programs, even if you want to. So just touching again on those capsules, and then in the Premium one as well, you can see we've got that berry blend. But, you know, one of the great things about the Juice Plus, the fruit and veg capsules, is that they're totally whole foods. So it's literally just fruits and veggies, so the highest quality fruits and vegetables which have been grown under really strict conditions. So there's no herbicides, pesticides or fertilizers. They're not GMO fruit and veggies. You know, essentially they're organic. They can't certify them all organic because there's too much to actually produce around the world. But they're all vine ripened. So you compare all of that to the produce that you're getting in the supermarket, which has been sitting on the shelf for who knows how long and frozen and sprayed and sort of preserved. You know, and actually ripened sort of on the shelf as opposed to actually on the vine, the nutrient density of that food is so much lower to actually what you're getting in this product. So, you know, whilst we would never say to replace your fruits and veggies because you're still getting fiber and, you know, they're a great sort of weight loss tool, I guess, because they are full of the fiber and they're not high calories. This is a great way to make sure that the nutrient density of all your, you know, your diet is really up to scratch. It's kind of like an insurance program, I guess. You know, I always like to think that, you know, every day I get to eat the Juice Plus and I don't have to sort of stress if I haven't had the most perfect diet that day. I've kind of got like a backup plan there. So yeah, it's the world's, you know, most researched sort of supplement in that sense. All the research is gold standard. You know, it's fully randomized. It's double-blind, placebo-control, crossover. So, you know, it's published in peer-reviewed clinical journals. And basically, you know, it just means that obviously the results are of the highest standard. So the premium one we've obviously got there, our shakes that I mentioned earlier. So I absolutely love these shakes. I'm really not a fan of protein powders in general. I do like to prefer, you know, to teach people how to eat real food, obviously. But what we found is we sort of spent a good year testing and trialing the program. And when we had clients doing the program, originally we had 4 to 5 meals a day to make sure that they were getting enough food in and getting enough nutrients in. and fueling their body for fat loss. And what we found is that they were not sticking to it because it was too hard. There was too much food to prep, there was too much food to buy, too much food to cook, and too much food to eat. So we had quite a few complaints about it. And, it was great, in theory, and it was definitely a fantastic program at point, but the problem is it was too hard for people to follow, and we didn't want to sort of sit on our high horse and go, well, then you just won't get the results. So we kind of went back to the drawing board and we're like, well, we don't want to do a shake diet, obviously, because that was everything we were against and what we didn't, like about the industry. But we thought if we can find a product which is going to fit in there as a snack and still be, based around whole food, it's not going to have any kind of synthetic chemicals or sweeteners in there. It was going to be a plant protein because we knew at some point we wanted to put out a vegan or a vegetarian program. So we wanted to make sure it fitted in with that. And we didn't want to introduce any whey protein in there because of the, obvious issues that it can cause for people with digestive upset. And it's just generally not a great sort of source of protein. And we wanted to make sure as well that it wasn't a sort of an isolated protein. So it wasn't just a protein source. We wanted to have some carbs in there as well, so that if people were grabbing this on the go and that was all they could manage, they were at least getting a nice balance of macronutrients there as well. So that was what we found in the complete shakes, and we were really, really happy with them. And then I actually had a fifth criteria here, and my fifth criteria was that they had to actually taste good, because I think protein shakes taste pretty disgusting, but these were the only ones that I actually drink now. I really can't stand anything else. They've got that kind of chalky feeling in your mouth, so I find these ones absolutely delicious, and all of our clients absolutely love them. And we use them in obviously in smoothies in the program, as an on-the-go kind of snack if you need it, and also we use them in our raw treats, which are absolutely delicious. So the research that I mentioned is sitting on the table behind me. There's more than 20 of these medical and scientific journals out there already published. There are another sort of 4, I think, possibly 5 at the moment underway. The results are really amazing. So there is, everything from showing improvements in dental health to improving your immune system, protecting your DNA and reducing oxidative stress in your body. That skin health that I was talking about before, there's actually clinical research on that as well. So improving your skin hydration, the density and the circulation. So that kind of plump sort of elasticity in your skin, that kind of fresh glow, I guess, which is amazing for the women particularly. We also get a lot of testimonials from our clients talking about the hair and nail growth. And I don't know if you can see my nails. Can you see that? Maybe. But probably not. I'll show you them after. But I get shellac on my nails and they grow out so fast. It drives me nuts. Within a week, I have to go get it done again. So first world problems. But anyway, one of the other major ones that I was really excited about actually again today, even after 8 years of taking this product, was the effects on heart health and cardiovascular health. So I actually spoke to a researcher this morning, and I'll be publishing this on my blog on zomp.com.au this week, because heart disease is actually one of the major killers of women in Australia and worldwide. So more so than cancer. And this was something I didn't know. And when I asked a lot of girls yesterday on Facebook, and Lauren was one of them, like, no one knew this, and I was just astounded because I had no idea. So, and when I spoke to this researcher of this study this morning, she was, the number one thing she said was your diet, getting lots of fruits and veggies in there, reducing your red meat, making sure that you're not eating heaps of processed meat, and only sort of getting, your fats from unsaturated sources. So like your, salmon, fish and healthy oils. And I thought, this is amazing. This is exactly what our program teaches. And then, having that Juice Plus, I was like just even more grateful for it this morning. So anyway, I digress. But that is pretty much it about our program and products. So if you do want to find out a little bit more information, you can pop over to our websites at detoxcleansenourish.com or detoxcleansenourish.com/vegan. And I will hand over to the lovely Lauren again.
Ooh,
I need to give you the host back. You can probably steal it off me.
Yeah, I'll claim it back. Awesome. Thank you so much. So we're going to hear from Nadine now, who's just going to share a bit about her journey through the DCN and onwards. So have you unmuted? I'll unmute you, hon. Where are you so I can find you? Are you there, Nadine?
Yeah, you got me?
I got you. Hang on.
Sorry, I'm just leaving the room so we can't hear Brandon.
Cool. All right, awesome. Yeah, so you're going to share your, you've been on a great health journey with the DCN. So just let us know, firstly, why you, what intrigued you about looking into it and what results you got the first time, and then, yeah, your health journey from there.
Cool, awesome, thank you. Firstly, hi to all the BGA girls that are on tonight. That's awesome. So for me, I decided to do the program. I've done it a couple of times now, actually, because I want to drop the extra 5 kilos, look good for summer, all that stuff. I wanted to be a bit healthier in general, and basically because I'd tried every other fad diet, you name it, I'd done it and failed miserably. I wanted something easy. I wanted something that I could stick to, follow. It was all laid out for me. And then I saw this and thought, you know what, let's give it a go. So I found it quite easy, actually. Like I said, I liked how it was laid out. I knew what I was doing every single day. The shopping list is amazing. Got to follow that. I stopped craving sugars throughout the program, and I was able to give up my chocolate, which was massive. I did my first detox in November last year, and I managed to lose 3.5 kilos. Then I did another detox in April this year, and I lost another 3.5 kilos and 11 centimeters. So that was good. I've started the detox since again, and I need to do another one before Christmas when I go home and see the family. But yeah, and I do it, not regularly, but I've done it a few times now because I love it so much, and it's just so easy. I thought I ate quite healthy before I did the detox the first time, but I soon learnt that I was wrong, and I was nowhere near being healthy like I thought I was. So that was a bit of a shock, but it was so good at the same time. Throughout my programs, I never once altered my training. I kept doing what I was. I didn't drop back my training at all. I don't even have rest days, but I didn't drop back. I thought I might have needed to, especially through the detox phase, but I just kept powering through, and it was great. I also found throughout my program and my Juice Plus journey that beforehand I was quite ill. I was a bit of a test study for doctors Australia-wide. I flew around the country trying to find someone who could diagnose me, and basically what was happening was I was going from a normal conversation to on the ground in pain, and that was it. I had no quality of life or anything, so I've found since doing the programs and being on Juice Plus and living this whole food nutrition that I haven't had a sick day since. So I think I shared a memory on Facebook, and it's been 2 years since I've seen a doctor for anything, actually, which is quite good. So I still don't have a diagnosis, but I'm up and moving, and no pain at all anymore, and all because of whole food nutrition. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
If I knew that earlier, saved myself thousands of dollars.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Thank you so much for sharing. I bet you're going for another run later on as well.
I've already been to the gym today, so that'll probably be enough.
Pretty of a freak that way. Awesome. Thanks so much for sharing.
Cheers.
Cool. Okay, so I am going to, Nads, can you just mute yourself? Mute yourself. I can't get back there, so thanks, hon. Cool. Alrighty. So I am going to explain, just get to my spot, about a business opportunity or lifestyle opportunity that we've got wrapped around this amazing program on those products. So I think you all agree, what the short thing that you've seen tonight about our program and also a bit about our products, that it's something that definitely does spark your interest, or you might know some people that you definitely would want to show them and get them on their health journeys as well. So what I like to do when I talk about this business is to really just debunk a couple of myths that come along with the business. And that firstly is the one that, what this is that it's a pyramid scheme or something like that. So firstly, pyramid selling was outlawed in the 70s, so it's definitely not one of them. The company that we're with, it's a company that's been in the business for over 40 years. So it's definitely not, getting yourself into anything like that. And what I found that when I looked at this industry was that what I was working in previously in my traditional world, that was more of a pyramid shape. So think about your business that you're in now, company you're in now, and it would look like a pyramid shape. So at the top, at the very tip of that, where there'd only be one person at the top. So I was a bank manager beforehand, so that would be the CEO that was at the top. Okay, and then it has different levels, and it filters all the way down the very bottom, which has the fattest part of the company, the fattest part of the triangle of the pyramid, and that's where the majority of people sit. So the majority of people that are trading time for money, are doing all those things really at the beginning of the chat that we don't love to do. We've got to work, getting paid per hour, being told when to rock up to work and things like that. So there's nothing wrong with this structure. Obviously, it's everywhere. So it is a structure that does work, but it made me think about once I realised this is that it's a structure that is there for the people that are making money from the business. We can't really say as an individual that it's something that gets us excited, that structure. Some limitations of traditional business that I soon saw. Beforehand, I was a bank manager, as I said, and I was always someone that wanted to climb this corporate ladder to be successful. And I did love my job, so it wasn't anything about not loving my job as to why I'm doing what I do now in this. So something that I saw was a limitation was that there's less room at the top. So I wanted to climb the corporate ladder, and my next role, which was a regional manager's position, there was only one person, I'm in Darwin, in the whole of Darwin that held that. So I would have had to wait for this gentleman, my manager then, to actually retire to get that next level. Now, I never really thought about that very much. No one really, I always knew that I wanted to climb that corporate ladder, but I never really thought about that kind of stuff as well. What I did start to realise though, as I went from like assistant manager to branch manager, was when you do go up that corporate ladder, there's less, yes, you're going to get more money, and that's what the aim is, I guess, but there is less of a lifestyle. Okay, so less time to really enjoy all that extra money with, and definitely there's more stress as you climb that corporate ladder as well. So they're just a bit of the limitations that I saw in a traditional business. When you think about our business, think of it as a triangle tipped upside down. So the fattest part is at the top, and then down the bottom is the peak. So everybody starts down the bottom in our company, and that's another great thing, is that everybody starts at the same spot. Everybody's got the same product. Everybody's got the same compensation plan. The only difference is you. And then we do have different levels, and the pinnacle position is called a national marketing director. And you can have as many national marketing directors as you want. And that's something that is really awesome and really different to traditional business, where it feels like a bit of a rat race, like dog eat dog kind of world, where the industry that we are in, because everybody can be at the top, it truly does change the culture and the feeling. Everybody really does want to help each other, and they want to see other people grow. And I think that's what attracts a lot of people to this business and industry, and why they want to stay in it, is because of that culture and sense of community. And that's definitely one of the biggest things that I have found. The industry that we're in, it's called network marketing. Something great for women is that it is the industry that has the highest paying industry for women in the whole entire world. And when I saw that little fact, I was like, wow, yeah, I'm definitely in something that it really excites me, and especially for women. I love working in empowering and working with women, and you know, it's great that I'm in this industry that's something there for them. Oops. Cool. So another thing that we get a bit of a myth about is people think that they don't have enough time to do a business or an opportunity like this. Now, we're not saying, you know, when you first join this business, you know, you go quit your full-time job and you go and do this full-time. That's not really how it works. We teach you how to do this business in and around what you're currently doing. And usually, it's true, the busier the person, usually the most successful they are with fitting this in the nooks and crannies of their life. So, you know, we've got full-time working people, we've got students that are mums that are full-time working. You know, if you are busy, if you're a busy person, don't think that, you know, this business isn't for you. If there's something extra that you want in your life, you know, at the beginning of the chat, if there's something that you are looking at for more of in your life, or you want your lifestyle to change a little bit, this is a vehicle that can help you to be able to do that without having to go get another job, you know, because you're not going to have time to do that as well. So definitely do work for everybody. And this is one of my favorite things. I'm a Beyonce lover, is we've all got the same amount of hours in the day as Beyonce does. And something that this business has taught me is that, you know, the time that I am spending, am I being productive? And my things that I'm doing getting to me to my goals, to where I want to be, or am I just you know, not being productive with my time? And this is something that I definitely redo in the business. Another myth that we get is that people think you need to know lots and lots of people to be successful in this business. That's definitely not true. This is just a way, a line of my business, just to show you that, you know, you don't need to know lots of people. So when I first started the business, one of the team members that came and joined me her name was Kath. The way I connected with Kath was just on social media. I never had actually met her. One of our mutual friends put us in touch with each other when she was coming to live in my hometown. And so I just put something out on social media about if anybody was looking for some extra money to be earned from home, and Kath was looking for an opportunity like that. So I connected with Kath and I taught her how to do the business. She reached out to Emma, who was a girlfriend of hers, and Emma was looking for some extra lifestyle, you know, in her life. Her and her partner Brandon were just about to buy a new property, but she still wanted the finer things in life. She still wanted to be able to go for lunches and all that fun stuff that sometimes you can't do, that you have when you have a mortgage. So Emma saw this as a great opportunity to be able to do that around her full-time work as well. And Brandon saw that as a great opportunity too. Brandon reached out to a friend called Karen, who was looking for a way to get healthier with her partner. And Karen did the program, but she also saw this as a great way to be able to spread the word of health to people. And so Karen joined in on the mission as well, in on the business. And Karen reached out to a friend called Kim, who was looking for a way to be able to earn some extra money from home, to be able to spend more time with her kids so she didn't have to go back to full-time work. So what I'm proving here is that I didn't know Emma, Brandon, Karen or Kim before I started the business. All I knew was Kath. So it's not about knowing lots and lots of people, you know, to be successful. That's definitely not how we do this business. So how do we do it? So the first thing that we do, I like to use UTR, use, talk and results. So we're going to use the product first and do the program. Okay, so we're going to do the program, get great results from that program, and also the products as well. And naturally, people are going to want to join you. they're going to want to, they've seen you like doing all these great recipes, they see you, you know, with extra energy, your skin's looking better, you're doing something new. People are going to just ask you, but also you might reach out to people. You might have a friend that always complains about their weight. You might have a cousin that always talks about being sick. This is how you can just share with what you're doing to be able to help those people. So we use it our first. We talk to people about it and we share results as well, and that's how we do the business. So when you first start, that's how you do get started. I'm just going to show you how we get to one of our first promotional levels in our business. So as you can see at the top, that SDVF stands for Senior Direct Virtual Franchise. Don't worry about that, that's the title. And to be able to get there, you need 4,000 points. Our premium detox, so that's our fruit, veg and berries and our plant-based protein shakes, is 500 points. We work in a point system. So do your maths and you can see that that's 8 people that you need to get onto the program to be able to get to that promotional level. When I first started and I saw that, I'm like, I don't know 8 people. I wasn't from a health background. I was a bank manager. Who's going to listen to a bank manager that used to do shake diets all the time? I definitely didn't think I'd be able to do that. But someone told me the smart way of doing business, and I'm definitely into the quick and smarter way of doing business. And they said, instead of going out and finding those 8 people to do the program, all we're looking at doing is bringing 3 people into the business and just teaching them to do what we were taught. And that was to get, 2 clients to start with. So in this case, you can see Alex, Jane and Mary. For me, it was Shania, Jody and Lynn. Shania was a girlfriend of mine, wanted to do the program, was a stay-at-home mum. She wanted some extra money as well. So she joined in on it. She did the program and just got one of her other, it was her mum actually, to do the program with her. So she got her points that way. Jody was a girlfriend as well that I used to work with. She wanted to do the program, but she saw that it was a way that she could do something else with her life as well. She was bored at home for 3 weeks out of 4 because her husband was a FIFO worker. So she saw this as a real mission thing that she could go and do and help people. So she joined the business, and then Lynn was the lady that I met at a local healthy conversations catch up. So what I did is I taught them just to get 2 to 3 clients each. And by doing that, I got my 4,000 points. And that was a lot easier than actually going out and finding 8 clients myself. So that's how you get to your first promotional level, by doing that structure. So just to explain one step further about this business, I'm not sure if anyone's heard of residual income. I definitely wish that I knew about residual income before now, but now I do know about it. I'm very grateful. And it's something that I am going to teach my kids really early on, because I think it's a great way to earn money that's sustainable for the long term. And this just shows how this works in our business. So Jane, Mary and Alex were the people that I brought into my business. And because we are a teaching business, we just go and teach people to do exactly the same thing as that we're being taught. They're going to go out and they're going to find people to join their team. Okay, so you can see these little kernels popping up. And really now Mary, she's taking this business seriously. She wants to, be able to quit her full-time job. So she's found 4 people. And so what happens is your business just keeps building. You don't know all these beautiful little kernels that are popping everywhere. All you knew was Jane, Mary and Alex, but they want this as a business opportunity as well. So they're going out teaching people, and then it's just duplicating down. And why we call it the popcorn effect is because when you cook popcorn on stovetop, if you remember, you do that, when it's popping over the fire, over the heat, that's not where the magic happens. Take it off of the heat and it keeps popping. That's where the magic happens, and that's the same as our business. Oops, just got that. So what that means is that, your business is going to work with or without you. You might step out of your business for a while. You might go on a holiday. Have to step out because somebody's sick and you take care of them. Your business is still going to happen because, other people are invested in this business and they're going to be working on the business as well, which I think is a very, very different to if you stepped out of your traditional business or if you owned a business and you stepped out to go on holidays. I'm pretty sure that, you wouldn't have people invested and still working on the business as well. So once you pop, you can't stop. Just to show you this visually a little bit differently, because it is important, and it's the real magic of this business, this residual income, which is totally different to anything else, is what we call the power of numbers. So this is just showing us that if we go out and we share our business with 2 people, then those people are going to go and do exactly the same thing. As I said before, we are a teaching business. So those 2 people are going to go and find 2 people. So you've got 4 people in your business. Those 4 people are going to go and share with 2, and you've got 8 people. Those 2 are going to go out, so you've got 16. I think you know where we're going. So just by you sharing with 2 people, you've got 63 people in your business. Now, what happens if you go out and you share that with 5 people? So instead of sharing with 2, you're going out and you're finding 5 people in your life that want to add some value to their lifestyle, okay? Then those 5 are going to go and find 5, so you've got 25. Those 25 finding 5, 1, 2, 5, so on and so forth. Just by doing that, you've got 3,906 people in your business. Now, by no means do you need that many people in your business, not even 625. But what we're showing you is, the ridiculous difference between 63 and 3,906. But the true difference in this scenario is that you're just sharing with 3 more people. That just still, those numbers just totally rattle me and get me excited that, how big, you can grow a business just by sharing with more people. Cool. So just lastly about the how we earn money in our business. So we earn money 3 ways. That's pretty cool straight up. So retail profit, so every time that we go and share the program and the products, we get paid a retail profit from the company. You also get commissions, so depending on the turnover of your business is depending on the commissions that you get. And we also get some awesome bonuses as well. We actually have 2 bonus structures, but I'm just going to show you one of them. And our bonuses are unlimited. I'm not sure how many of you have been paid bonuses, in the last 6 or 12 months. I know they're totally going out of fashion. They, used to get bonuses. I think the last bonus I got before I left my corporate job was like a $25 Coles Myer voucher for Christmas. That's what I got. So I know that they're definitely not around as much as they used to. So when you first enter your business, get 2 clients in your first 10 days and you get a $100 bonus. So straight up, you're getting positive into a business, and that's really cool. Our second promotional level is actually 400 now. I need to update this. And a really cool thing now is that not only do you get that bonus, but the person that you brought you into the business and taught you, they also get that bonus as well. So the company calls it a teaching bonus. That's how I think of it. So if I bring somebody into my team and I coach them and I teach them well and they're hitting these promotions and bonuses, I also get rewarded from that as well. And that's unlimited. You can bring in as many people as you want and teach them as well. So our next is 600, and all of these, all the way up to the top, you also get paid if you train that person as well. So that's really cool too. Cool. So what you get, you basically get us as your mentors. We will coach you and teach you how to do this business. This is a franchise business, so it's not that you have to come in and reinvent the wheel. There's systems in play, so you just have to follow the system, and that's what is a great thing. People are too busy to think of new marketing plans and all this kind of stuff. We've got a system that works. We teach it to you and you follow it. You get your own websites, marketing materials, and we've got a dedicated head office team as well in Newcastle and New South Wales that look after us too. So you get, a massive amount of value for what you actually pay for to get into the business, and that's $165 as an application fee is $165. So that's about our business. Before we go, I'm just going to get one of our team members just to share a bit about her story with the business and why she got involved. So I'm just going to stop my share first, and I'll just find you, Tam, and unmute you. Awesome. So this is Tammy. She's in Mount Gambier. So Tam, if you could just explain, why you got involved in the business, what it's done for you so far, and what you see it can do for you in the future as well.
Yep. Okay, so I am a busy personal trainer and mum of 5, and 4 of which are teenage boys. So I'm extremely busy. I have loads and loads of clients. My hours start from 5 o'clock in the morning and generally finish at about 8 p.m. most nights. I was approached by Lauren online, and I wasn't in search of a nutritional program to help my clients get the best results out of their training. I'm not a nutritionist, so I wasn't able to prescribe any kind of nutritional programs myself. So it kind of came at the perfect time. So originally I signed up knowing what kind of business it was, but wasn't really understanding where it could actually take me, like financially in life. So I signed up for my clients more than myself. But in the last 12 months that I've been involved, I've really taken notice of where the business can actually take me as well. I'm getting older, and as a personal trainer, the hours are all over the place. So it's really, really nice to be able to have the residual income to take a couple of nights off here and there to actually spend at home with my kids. Like I said, most of them are teenagers, so it's not that far away that they're, probably going to be leaving home. So I really want to make the most of what I can now. And this business has really, really showed me that I can spend more time at home and I can do things, I've got extra money coming in every month now that I can take the kids out for a movie date or, take them on a weekend holiday. So not only are my clients getting amazing results with the program and the products, I'm getting fantastic financial results as well. So yeah, it's amazing.
Cool. Thanks so much, Tam. Awesome. Thank you. That is all for tonight. So so please ask any questions in the chat or bring yourself off mute if you'd like to ask any questions, or please get in contact with the person that invited you tonight. So we thank you for your time and hope you all have a great night. See ya, ladies. Bye.